On Ice Hockey UKTV, in association with McDonald's, it is game day 2 for GB in the Steel Arena, and they're playing the #1 ranked team in the world, Canada. GB played in their first game in the top flight of the World Championship for 25 years yesterday. It was a great performance. They matched Germany. They had them at 1-1 in the third period, but eventually fell to a 3-1 defeat against a team ranked 8th in the world. Plenty of positives then to go on for this massive game, a game in the lifetime for these GD players, but once they're out there, it's 22 against 22. What a night it's going to be for them, and this is what happened.
Breaks back into the zone again, and Canada are pot-shotting so far in this game. For Bro, shot will go from the blue line, rebound chance, and it's there! The opening goal in this game. The first save was good, but Joseph was on the doorstep, and he was able to bat it home. And Great Britain have been caught with one here early on, and it's a little bit like a title fight. You don't want to take a big shot early on, and that's exactly what's happened.
Yeah, Canada have put the pressure on early, and they've just put everything to the net, and it was just a simple D-to-D shot on net, and Bowns made a good initial save, but the rebound unfortunately wasn't taken away.
Here's Liam Kirk moving it round the back of the net. Kirk brings the puck down, breaks towards Davies again. He's got a shooting chance off the blocker. Kirk with a chance himself. Good save. What an opportunity for Liam Kirk.
Yeah, just simple. Ben Davis puts it on net, and it comes straight to Kirk's stick, and I think that's what they need to keep doing.
Well, that's something they probably didn't do enough of in the first game. Chabot. Farmer closes him down. Chabot, though, reacts well to it first. And now Canada have it beneath the goal line. There's a man driving the net, taken out. And now GB have got a 2-on-1 if they can use it well. Farmer hits his man in stride. It's Robert Dow. Down with a chance, misses. Block aside. Oh, to hit the target there. With Chabot, good skater as well. Chabot, somebody who knows that he wants to try and get on that front foot as often as possible. And he's back in possession now. Left point sends this one in. A diving Ben Bowns. Did well there. Jumped himself in front of the man.
Yeah, they've always got a guy in front of the net, though, which is going to be dangerous for GB all night, because, you know, Bownsy will do his due, but he can't stop what he can't see, and he's got to really see the puck, and the guys need to do a little bit of a better job boxing him out. Don't let him get too much respect in that blue paint area.
Troy Stetcher. Now they try and come with a bit of speed, and it's a lot of speed from McCann. McCann round the back of the net. What a chance, what a goal. Oh, that's an amazing, amazing finish.
So tough. I mean, he got so much speed, and he carried it literally from his own end right to behind the net, and he passed it out. I think it was, who finished it off? I'm not sure, I didn't see it. I think it was, oh, Manta scored, yeah. I mean, great play. Everyone was following him behind the net, and then he just threw it back to the side that he came from, and he fooled everyone.
And now there are the breaks. This is a real dangerous moment as they come short-handed. Chance out in front. Bowns makes the stop and clutches it in to his body.
Oh, unlucky. Luke Ferrara had a really good chance. Hammer made a good pass across, and then it was just behind the net, and that's where the boys kind of got a little bit sucked in. You know, when the Canadians are that quick and making those little winning battles, and then making those little plays, and like you see, it was a breakaway, good back check from Farmer, and then it turned into a 2-on-1.
And GB have it back with Richardson. Quick exchange of passes with Lee, and now he'll get skating forward, the Panthers defenseman. Just ripped into the zone by Hammond. Chasing after it is Lake. The netminder out to play it quickly. Canada will break back the other way with a chance. Oh, off the bar. Has it gone in?
It's in.
The referee's pointing at the net. There was a heavy collision with the goal, and Canada have their third. The puck was in and out in a flash. A nod of the head on the bench from Pete Russell. Good goal, he said, and Kyle Churis has made it GB 0, Canada 3.
So unfortunate. I look at the replay here. Tim Binsey, he's just lost an edge, and he's just given the Canadians an automatic 2-1. There's nothing he can do about it. He's trying to turn from forwards to backwards.
He gets it back again, and Phillips needs somebody to go off the boards. He gets Matthew Myers, but comes off Myers' stick the wrong way, if you like, and now Marshall Show will maybe collect in front of the net. This is a real chance. Can they finish this one off? What a block that was. Davy Phillips threw himself right in front of the puck.
Great block. The Canadians just went tic-tac-toe, and Davy was the last person in net.
Here's a chance for Lake in the offensive zone for GB. Lake dangles this one, rips the side netting. Oh, I thought for a moment Lake had put that one in.
And it was a great move by Ben Lake, and he got a shot where it was a good shot, just unfortunately a little bit wide.
Earhart gets it forward. This line's done well for GB. The Lake line, as the offside is given. Lake doesn't necessarily agree with that. 14:36 remaining in the second period. We're live at the Ice Hockey World Championship here on 5 Live Sports Extra, where it is GB 0, Canada 3. Great Britain, 22nd in the world, playing the top-ranked team in the Canadians. And we were talking about players. Davy Phillips had been with the Chicago Blackhawks organisation. He's one of 4 players on this team that have spent some time there. Great Britain will work this one back towards the blue line. Richardson with the shot. Davies looking for the tip out in front, can't quite get there, and now Yoss will go rink wide. Big hit coming. That's good from Lakovic. Oh, they called the penalty on it.
Called that.
You're kidding me.
Very soft call. We see they're both battling for the puck. You know AIH's going to put it deep. It's just a simple hit. That's just a standard hit. It's not from the side. It's not dirty.
As Marceau gets it back to the blue line. GB hack it away. Jonathan Phillips trying to put pressure on at the blue line. Marceau picks up again on this right-hand side. So much is going through him. Work back towards the top again. And now they look for the pass. Marceau one-timer off the skate of Steve Lee.
Good block from Stevie there.
Juris also floating around as it goes back towards the blue line again. Marceau picks it up at the dot, fires one off the post. GB can't keep this one out. It rebounded in the crease, and there was a stick fight going on just to try and keep it away, and Strome was able to force it the inch required to light the lamp, and Canada now lead by 4-0.
It was just lying on the goal line for a good 2 seconds. Unfortunately, I think it was Matt Richardson. Yeah, he just couldn't battle it out a little bit longer with Strome, and Strome got the upper hand, unfortunately. But it was a good shot from Marchessault just before that. It hit the post and it bounced. Oh, Bowns got a piece of it as well, but it just bounces right on the goal line.
Face-off win this time for GB.
There you go.
With Perlini. Oh, how do you do that?
I think, you know, you need to try things. You need to talk to your wingers. You know, at the end of the day, it's not just to stand on the ice. There's wingers on there. If those guys are ready and they know that they're coming in.
Chance out in front, and that's blocked. Second chance backhand side. Dish back to the blue line. Canada looking for another scoring chance, and they put this one home. A blast from just inside the blue line. Dante Fabreau gives Canada another marker here. A 3-0 period. 23 seconds to go, and Bowns beaten clean.
Yeah, another one just before the end of the period. I mean, the Canadians, they go in again. They went, you know, there was a guy in the slot wide open, but yeah, I can see it now in the replay. Mantha, flash screen. You know, you've got to box him out. If Bownsy can see that, you know, he hasn't seen it. Mantha's coming across him right as he shoots, and it's just impossible for Bownsy to stop it. If he blocks him out, I think Bownsy's got a good chance of stopping it.
And GB maybe now can get it clear. Goodness, Davy Phillips is just retreating, makes a mistake, gives it away. Churis gets it to the side of the net, could be a chance. Oh, what a finish. What a finish that was from Carl Churis. A lovely give and go, and he roofed it. Bowns was down and out.
Yeah, unbelievable goal. And it came from, you know, back in the play, Davy. What Davy Phillips was trying to do, he was trying to put it back to Ben O'Connor, his deep partner, to try to calm it down. Unfortunately, the Canadian read it, and he just picked it off, and they basically went 2-on-1 against Ben O'Connor. And the patience from Mantha to not shoot and throw it under Ben O'Connor's stick right on the tape, and yeah, what a goal. Nothing Ben Bowns can do there, though.
Gets it back towards Shabbat, goes round a flailing leg and an arm of Evan Mosey as he threw himself on the ice. Shabbat collects again, looks back towards the blue line. Mantha on the face-off dot, left side into the body, rebound pops out again, it's a goal. Couturier was there, another power play marker with 1 second remaining on the penalty to Ben O'Connor. The Canadians have added a 7th in this game.
Yeah, just so good in front of the net again. Couturier, he does the same stuff in Philadelphia, and it's my man of the match again. Mantha, you know, he's put the puck on the net, and yeah, Couturier is a big boy again, and he's not going to miss those.
Stone finds Marshall. Breaks out towards Stone again. Glove save, Ben Bowns. Lovely bit of skill to get the glove up to deny Dylan Strome.
And funny, Marchessault was just coming from behind the net, and he gave Bownsy a tap on the pads. I don't think you see that too often. That's a bit of class there from a world-class player.
Well, that is one of those moments that Ben Bowns will have enjoyed. It was one where he could throw the glove around for the photographers in the arena.
Yeah, why not? Go for it.
He's the man on the blue line. Canada set up in the zone so very, very well. Theodore again snaps this one in. Rebound pops out. There it is. Mantha. It's the 8th for the Canadians. The screen was set. Mantha, feet planted in front. Ben Bowns beaten.
Mantha in front of the net again. They're putting shots in around Ben Bowns' lower body area. The rebounds are there. They're juicy rebounds. Any of our guys can put those in. They're just, as we would call it, a nice gift, you know. And
Jackson Whistle, somebody who has great Canadian heritage, but listen to this ovation for Ben Bowns. Everybody, the Canadian players, tapping the sticks on their bench.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and it's good to see a sportsmanship for you, and I don't think you'll see it in many sports around the world, but you know, you see it here. Everyone's actually stood up. It's crazy to see.
Ben Bowns has had a really good night. He's been beaten 8 times, but he's just shown how good he is, and nobody is shocked that Canada have put on this kind of performance. As the chance comes again, this snapped in and a first save for Jackson Whistle.
There it is. Good for him. You know, obviously born over in Canada, and he's grown up there. We were talking about actually crazy thing. I was obviously in Cardiff. I was probably 12, 13 years of age, and Jackson was probably 9 at the time, and they trained with us.
Trailing as Mosey weaves his way in. That's a good shot into the body.
Good try. Mosey's been a little bit quiet today. I think I've liked to have seen him, you know, do those things, carry the puck a little bit more.
Farmer's the man up front, but the face-off is won by the Canadians. GB might get this one back. Here is Ferrara, swings it towards the net, tight angle shot from him. And now GB, can they move it back to the top? Nearly a chance for Farmer. And that's held on to. It's like a pinball in there. O'Connor tries to be cute as he went round Couturier. That's going to do it. O'Connor's going to let the shot go. No, he decides not to in the end. It's all over here in Košice, and Great Britain have been beaten by 8-0. It's a once-in-a-generation game for British hockey players, and they will have relished every moment of that. A chance to measure yourself against some of the world's very best. And they've been outshot 56-12, and that probably just tells you the balance of the game. Ben Davies collects the player of the game. That's a great memento for him, and well deserved actually.
Yeah, I think to be fair, well, you know, I'm good friends with Benny, growing up with him, and yeah, absolutely, I think he deserved it today. He had some good shots on net, not many of them, but you know, when he did, and he did well.
The GB players are skating around all 4 sides of the ring, and they're taking the applause from the fans.
Liam, I guess that was a tough game to play in, but first of all, what was the experience playing some of the best players in the world?
Yeah, it was definitely really exciting. It was very tough, obviously. Like I said, we're playing against Canada, probably ranked #1 team in the world. So it was definitely a tough game, but one that we can take positives from. The way we battled through and we didn't give up, and we showed the British pride and spirit. But there's areas that we need correcting for games that when we can take points to remain up.
What was the difference between a lot of other nations? From up top, it probably looked like speed.
Yeah, definitely. They're just so fast. They make decisions so quick. They react so fast. You don't get much time on the puck. So, like I said, it's a learning curve and it's a learning process. We need to take areas and get better.
I guess you'll take more from the Germany result because you took them so close, didn't you, in that game? So that's the game I guess you'll focus on.
Yeah, definitely. We targeted a few teams throughout the tournament that we could we can try and get results against teams we want to beat. And for us, Canada was a game where we didn't expect much from, but we wanted to go and give it our all. So we can definitely take a lot of positives from it.
And how important is tomorrow's rest day?
Yeah, it's huge. Obviously, we need to get some rest and recover. It's been such a battle these past 2 games, but we'll probably have a practice and we need to, like I say, correct little areas to come back better.
Ben, I guess that was a different experience, that the shots were coming in from all over.
Yeah, it's pretty much what I expected. It's tough. I mean, what can you say about them? They're an unbelievable team. There are 20 odd NHLers in that team, so I mean, what else can you expect? Yeah, it was hard, it was a slog, but they were a lot of fun.
I talked to Liam about the speed of the players on ice, but also the speed of the shot. I guess at times you were just like, it's just in the back of the net before you've had time to blink.
Yeah. A couple of times, I mean, dropped a few and we just didn't quite box out. And I think, again, it were a case there were goals that we kind of handed them. But when you're constantly under attack from a team like that, you're going to make mistakes. Hockey's a game of mistakes at the end of the day, and unfortunately, we made 8 of them today. And even though it was that highest score, and it was still enjoyable, and it's probably the only time in my life you let me say that.
I was going to say that. I mean, obviously it was 22 v 22 on ice, but it is the best team in the world. So was that experience something special?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you stood on that blue line at the end, and it's never nice hearing the other team's national anthem play over yours because they've won. But you looked at some of the names on the back of those jerseys, and it's pretty surreal. I mean, I didn't view it like that before the game because you can't. I mean, then you end up going on the ice and being starstruck. But no, I mean, at the end, that's when I kind of let it sink in a little bit. Thinking, Jesus, played against all them guys. So yeah, a lot of fun, and to be honest, it would be an honour to be on the ice with those guys.
And I guess the key for you is looking at longer the week goes on, because there's games at the back end of the week that I guess you really need to target.
Yeah, I mean, Denmark's up next, another great team, as every team is in this tournament. You feel a bit stupid saying that when they're a great team, because they all are. But no, there's winnable games. I mean, we got to build. We got 7 games. It's a 7-game building block, and we're 2 games in. I don't think we really took a step backwards still, which is definitely a positive. But again, we just got to cut out those little mistakes if we want to win these games that we've targeted.
Mark, first of all, good for you guys to get the win under your belts.
Yeah. Now for us, I think just about more than half our team hasn't played a hockey game in over a month leading into the tournament, so a little sloppy in game 1, but overall pretty good in game 2.
And what about Great Britain? What sort of test did you expect them to give you?
I watched a little bit of video on them. They played so hard against Germany. We knew that we had them on a back-to-back, and maybe they'd have a little bit of a letdown, so we needed to have a good start.
And what about your ancestry? You've just mentioned that you've got ancestry in Great Britain from Leeds. Just explain that a bit to us.
Yeah, last name's Pounder. My grandparents came over to Canada early 1900s, and kind of got my family started over there.
Was this game then a bit more special for you?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. And I got a buddy who's over and playing in Great Britain. You don't really think of it as a hockey powerhouse, but everybody that I've talked to that's gone over to play there has really enjoyed their time over there and really set roots in Britain.
Just finally, after that opening day loss, how important was you to get that win under the belt?
Yeah, for sure. The Finns are a good hockey team. They beat Russia in the prelims and played us really hard. I think for us, it's just getting our reps in and kind of getting away from the sloppy play.